SQL Injection Lab 3. Step 1. We need to determine the number of columns. Since each item has 2 entries, title and description, there are at least 2 columns. There could be more columns, but they are not displayed. Go to Burp Suite and turn Intercept on. Click on any category. I will click on Pets. In Burp, send the intercepted request to repeater. We will use the order by keyword to find the number of columns. We will use the payload single quote order by 1 double dash, and we will increase the value till we get a 500 response. For every 200 response we have a column. So we will URL encode the payload and then click send and check the response. We have a 200 response. This means we have a first column. We increase the value from 1 to 2 and do the same thing. URL encode, then click send and check the response. We have a 200 response. This means we have a second column. We increase the value from 2 to 3 and do the same thing. URL encode, then send and check the response. We have a 500 response. This error occurred because the query referenced a non-existent column. This means that we do not have a third column. The total number of columns is 2. This takes us to step 2. Determine the data types of the columns. To do that, we inject union select and use a dummy value such as ABC. Then we observe the response. It's important to note that in Oracle databases, select statements must have a from clause. So we will use the dual dummy table in the injected payload. The payload we'll use is single quote union select ABC, ABC from dual double dash. Then we'll URL encode the payload and click send. We get a 200 response. This indicates that the data type must be a string. Also, note that the content we injected is displayed in the response. We can see the ABC from the payload. Now, step 3. Displaying the database version string. Navigate to the PortSwigger SQL Injection cheat sheet. Go to the database version section and copy this payload. Use the payload on the screen. Notice that we added a single quote, union and null to the payload we copied. URL encode, then click send. We got a 200 response, and if you scroll down on the response, you'll see the database version. Turn intercept off. Congratulations, the lab is complete.